your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news tonight, a developing story down in Port Charlotte where firefighters are actively working to put out multiple brush fires in the area. Those fires are in North Charlotte County in the area of Jacobs Road and Biscayne Drive, a portion of both roads currently closed to traffic. Drivers being told to expect delays and, if possible, try to avoid that area tonight. Right now, you are taking a live look at that active scene. Officials say at this time there isn't an accurate count of how many fires are out there, but there are at least 12. Multiple agencies have responded, and a helicopter is out dropping buckets of water onto those blazes. Officials tell us what conditions firefighters are facing with these fires.
Depending on the wind, whether it was moving fast, but there's a lot of fuel in this area, but there's also residential homes. And so we acted very quickly. We did have some homes threatened, but they were protected. I don't have any reports at this time of any damage to any home or any injuries.
The Charlotte County Sheriff's Office is also reporting a suspicious vehicle that was seen in the area of these fires. That vehicle is described by law enforcement as a red, older model four-door vehicle that was possibly occupied by two male juveniles. If you have any information on this case, you are asked to contact the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office directly or call 911. And now we head over to Wendy Ross for a check on our first alert weather forecast. Wendy, it was a little bit windy out there earlier in the day. Is that changing?
Oh my goodness. And now we're getting the rain, and of course these showers are a narrow band that are moving in on top of us, and it's now affecting parts of Manatee County, and pretty soon Sarasota County will not too far behind. You can see some of the heavier rains now beginning to move on into portions of Sarasota County, and in Sarasota area it's been affecting Parrish and the areas along the islands. We've been looking at Anna Maria and Holmes Beach and Bradenton Beach, all getting some pounding with some rain. But most of these showers right now are starting to sink on down to the south, and the rain is going to be with us until about 10 o'clock tonight. We're getting some lighter showers in advance of these heavier pockets of rain that are coming on through. So some isolated thunderstorms are in the mix with these showers. And everywhere we're getting either cloudy weather or rainy conditions. Temperatures are in the 60s and 70s. We're expecting to see the patchy fog by the morning time period, but we've got rain sticking around all the way through until about 11 o'clock tonight. We're going to see those showers, and we'll let you know what we can expect for the upcoming work week. That's all coming up in just a few minutes, Adam.
All right, thank you very much, Wendy. Well, local fans are gearing up for a Super Bowl rematch 13 years in the making. The Patriots beat the Eagles 24-21 back in the big game in 2005, and tonight's game in Minneapolis, Minnesota is expected to be the coldest in Super Bowl history. However, those at the game are nice and warm indoors, just like several fans of both teams at their affiliated bars here on the Sun Coast. 7's Erica Jackson joins us live from one of those establishments out on Anna Maria Island tonight. And Erica, how is the energy out there? It sounds loud.
Good evening, Adam. I'm at Slim's Place on Anna Maria Island, and this place is filled with Philadelphia Eagles fans. Some hints of stress and tension as fans of the Birds hope that the Eagles can take home their first Super Bowl win.
It's like Christmas morning for us. I woke up this morning and, it was Super Bowl Sunday.
Philadelphia native Chris Margisso and the team at Slim's Place have been waiting for this day since the last time the Eagles went to the Super Bowl in 2005.
We thought it was all over when our quarterback went down, and then here we are in the Super Bowl. I mean, you can't beat it.
Slim's bleeds black and green, a passion owners expect to share with nearly 100 other fans in their bar Sunday night. The menu, classic Philly favorites, and the atmosphere, hopefully plenty of cheers as the Eagles go for their first Super Bowl win.
We're singing the Eagles fight song. We're doing the Eagles chant. People are beating on the bars. We're just going nuts.
It's always a nice feeling when you get that first one.
But over at Sarasota's Northbridge Tavern, John Charlin and his crew are rooting for a sixth Super Bowl win. This bar is for Patriots fans, always busy during football season, since many of our seasonal residents come from the New England area.
We have a lot of people from the Northeast that are big football fans, and they're true fans as well.
Still, Charlin wants supporters of either teams to feel comfortable in his bar, because he's old enough to remember when Super Bowl wins weren't so common.
When I was a kid, growing up in the 80s, we were horrible. And so I paid my dues.
As these two bar owners root for different outcomes tonight, they can at least agree on one thing. May the best team win.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! Let's go, Birds, let's go!
Go Patriots, all the way, baby.
Erica Jackson, way to persevere out there. I have no idea what happened in the game, but it sounded like it was good for the Eagles fans. What she was trying to say is that many of those fans have booked plane tickets already up to Philadelphia, hoping for a championship parade. Well, earlier this week, we spoke to a former NFL kicker, Steve Christie, about those Super Bowl nerves and what it's like watching from the couch. As a non-player these days, Christie holds the record for the longest made field goal in Super Bowl history, and here is his conversation with ABC7's Ray Collins.
I would think it kind of comes down to which team is more able to set aside the trappings and get down to business.
I agree 100%. I think a lot of guys throughout the years would have lessons for younger guys saying, hey, look, there's a curfew at 11 o'clock for a reason.
Former NFL kicker Steve Christie knows what he's talking about. He played in the NFL for 15 years, mostly for the Buffalo Bills, and appeared in 2 Super Bowls. How are the emotions different before a Super Bowl game?
For me, I was extremely nervous. The first one I was in was at the Rose Bowl. I went to the bathroom 6 times. I was so nervous before the game. And then I just hope that, after pregame warm-up and once you kick off and get in the game, it's just another game.
When you watch the game, do you get butterflies at home?
I'll get butterflies when the guys come out of the tunnel. That was one of my favorite things at the beginning of a game.
Do you miss it still?
I miss Sundays. Yeah, I don't miss all the nonsense during the week.
Tom Brady, the best quarterback ever?
I think so. I think he's the greatest of all time. I mean, he's shown even this year that when he needs to perform, he does. It's not always pretty, but he gets it done.
Were you surprised the Eagles have gotten this far?
I am, because if your starting quarterback goes down, it's a big challenge for whoever's coming in. Foles has done a great job, but that doesn't always happen.
What advice would you give the kickers of each team for this?
Well, basically just do your job. Don't worry about all the hype. Patriots are probably going to be favored. A lot of experience. Tom Brady's got this knack of getting the thing done when he has to. But, I like Philadelphia's offensive coordinator, Frank Reich, who is my holder with Buffalo. But he's done a great job there, and with a backup quarterback.
Oh, here we go.
The layout.
Whoa, look out. Ray Collins with the moves there. All right, thank you very much, Ray. Well, it's been 1 year since an ordinance banning the commercial sale of pets went into effect in Sarasota County. A group of residents, though, is asking why Petland is still selling dogs at their location off of Fruitville Road. Well, Sarasota County approved that puppy mill ordinance back in January of 2016, giving operating stores like Petland a 1-year grace period to continue selling the animals. Petland is the only commercial retailer now challenging that ordinance. Just before it went into effect, Petland sued the county, claiming the ordinance was unconstitutional. The county filed a counterclaim, and now the courts will have to decide if that ordinance is enforceable. According to court documents, Petland claims it is a hobby breeder, but the county says the retailer sold 90 puppies per month in 2015, too many to be considered a hobby breeder.
Still selling their dogs. They're tying it up in Sarasota County Court, and they're just paying fine after fine and paying their lawyers because they're making enough money off of $5,000 sick dogs that they get from puppy mills, which has been proven by the Humane Society, who had a class action lawsuit against them and confirmed diseases that have shut numerous Petlands down.
Now, the county is also against Petland's claims that it's similar to the Sheriff's Office, Sarasota County Sheriff's Office animal shelter, but the county's shelter does not operate for profit like Petland does. We reached out to county commissioners who told us that they cannot comment on anything that is pending in litigation. Follow up now on a warning we told you about last night. Tonight, Facebook releasing a statement regarding an explicit video that has been circulating the country and showing up on Facebook pages here on the Suncoast. That video shows explicit sexual activities involving a child and has been circulating nationwide. Federal and state officials now conducting what they call a very aggressive investigation. The problem is people have been sharing that video, hoping to help catch the perpetrator, but investigators say that is not a good idea.
You're disseminating child porn, and that's a felony. If you are in possession of it, it is all, no matter your good intentions, it is also a felony. So in this case, it's very disturbing that people feel like it's okay to post something awful happening to a child on social media.
Now, Facebook responding to the investigation with this statement saying, quote, "We do not allow the sharing of child exploitative images on Facebook or Messenger, even to express outrage. Regardless of intention, sharing such imagery is harmful and illegal. When we become aware of such images, we remove them and notify the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. We urge people never to share such content and to report it to local authorities immediately." Still to come here on ABC 7, dozens injured following a deadly Amtrak train crash. That train headed to Florida. What investigators know about the cause of that collision. Plus, lawmakers halfway through the state's legislative session. A look ahead at the issues in the spotlight this coming week.
In life after the military, it's our duty as veterans to have each other's back. I'm retired Colonel Greg Gatson, and it's my mission to help you get the benefits and services you've earned. If you need to file a VA claim, remember these important steps. Submit an online claim through ebenefits.va.gov. Work with an accredited Veterans Service Organization, or VSO. And if you need to attend a VA claim exam, please go. Visit this website to learn what to expect.
All right, crew, let's get started. Sure.
Don't ignore the law. You must call 811 at least 2 to 3 days before any digging project so you can avoid hitting our essential buried utilities. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811.
It's been about a month, and I can honestly say I've seen the change in me. I went from being a depressed girl who didn't want help to this happy, caring girl who loves helping other people. I just really hope that people that went through what I went through get the help that they need, because their story is important and they are loved. Thank you so much for everything.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Watch ABC 7 wherever you are, on our live stream, on mysuncoast.com, on the ABC 7 My Suncoast app, powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life, featuring traffic maps and live radar, dining with recipes, and My Suncoast Restaurant Guide. Visit mysuncoast.com. Click on the Apps tab to download the ABC 7 My Suncoast app for Apple and Android.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's at FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Another deadly Amtrak derailment now under investigation. At least 2 people killed and more than 100 injured. Around 2:30 this morning, a Miami-bound Amtrak slammed into a freight train outside Columbia, South Carolina. Nearly 150 people were on board. Among those killed were 2 Amtrak workers, the train's engineer and its conductor. South Carolina's governor says the CSX freight train was parked on what appeared to be a side track, and the Amtrak train was traveling at nearly 60 miles per hour among impact.
It's quite a crash, and it's, as you know, we take great pains to see that these kinds of things do not happen, but unfortunately they do from time to time.
President Trump tweeting his thoughts and prayers for the victims, the survivors taken to a nearby hospital for treatment. The NTSB, FBI, and South Carolina State Police are investigating. That crash comes as another headache for Amtrak. In December, 3 people were killed south of Tacoma, Washington, after a train on its inaugural run derailed and struck a highway below. Just 4 days ago, an Amtrak transporting members of Congress to a retreat struck a garbage truck near Charlottesville, Virginia, as well. And speaking of lawmakers, Florida lawmakers will reach the midpoint of their annual 60-day session this week with some major bills still on their plate. One of those bills, a measure to provide private school vouchers for public school students who are bullied, intimidated, or harassed. Statistics say nearly 50,000 students are bullied in public schools every year.
Democrats have been very critical of the legislation, saying it's just another voucher program that would divert money away from the public schools, and that the legislation should focus more on going after the students who are bullying other students.
Meanwhile, the House and Senate are expected to pass rival versions of an $87 billion state budget. They have about a month to try and work things out, but it may not be that easy. Last year, it took them until nearly summer for that new budget to be passed. And lastly, a Senate committee is going to take up a bill that would remove Confederate Memorial Day and the birthdays of Confederate General Robert E. Lee and Confederate leader Jefferson Davis from the list of legal holidays here in our state. Well, it was a busy morning for hundreds here on the Suncoast taking part in the Sarasota Half Marathon. Take a look at the crowds on these pictures from that event set in by Norm Schimmel. I'm going to steal this from Bob here. Norm! The race was 13.1 miles, traveling from the Van Wezel Performing Arts Hall over the Ringling Bridge to St. Armand's Circle before coming back past Marina Jack and into some area neighborhoods. And yeah, they beat the rain. Probably pretty windy though, coming across the Ringling Bridge, I would imagine.
It was windy. Yeah, we did have the strong winds with us throughout the day. We saw some cloudy weather, a little bit of a mix, and then it just got cloudier and cloudier. And of course, the temperatures warmed as well because we had those winds coming in primarily out of the south. That really helped to keep us on the warmer side than we've seen over the past couple of days. But right now, we're getting showers, we're getting thunderstorms out there, and it's beginning to affect portions of our viewing areas. You can see outside we've got all of this wet weather that's now affecting the region from Manatee County down through Sarasota County. It has not reached Charlotte County yet, and you can see throughout the day that we experienced all these clouds. And of course, right now we're looking at a temperature reading of 70 degrees, 87% humidity. Those winds still strong, coming in out of the south at around 17 miles per hour, with temperatures mostly in the 60s and 70s right now. And of course, the thunderstorms are taking place from the northern part of the state. It will go all the way down through our viewing area and into the Fort Myers region, and the winds have been a factor and a feature throughout the day, with showers with the winds coming in out of the south. And you can see 15-mile-per-hour winds, steady winds throughout the day. And then what we've been getting are some gusts of up to 20 to 25 miles per hour, and that's been taking place across our entire viewing area. We've got this very narrow band of rain, and you can see the isolated thunderstorms here as well. And right now they're centered right here across our region. So we're starting to see some of these heavy showers getting ready to move onshore across parts of Sarasota County, in Manatee County over Parrish and Palmetto, and also parts of Anna Maria, Bradenton Beach, and Holmes Beach. We were getting some heavier showers earlier. Those have since moved on down to the south, but this is what it looks like. And you can see it was right around 5 o'clock we started to see these rains, and then we've been getting them. Now they're starting to make their way across Sarasota, and they're getting ready to move into Venice. And all of this is scheduled to move on down to the south, and we've got rain with us until about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock tonight. So it's going to be an all-night event. If you're going going anywhere, give yourself a little bit of extra time because we're going to experience these rains. And this is the reason why we've got that low pressure system, we've got the trailing cold front, and all of that is going to be moving on down the state. It's eventually going to get through here on Monday. We're finally going to start to clear out on Monday, but we are going to be left with all of this wet weather throughout the nighttime hours. The heaviest rains have mostly been to the north, but we've been getting pockets of showers and heavy rains right here across our viewing area. Nothing severe. We should see anywhere from about 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rainfall as this band continues to move on down to the south. And then we're going to be left with cloudy skies in the morning on Monday. But as the day wears on, we're going to continue to see beautiful sky conditions. And by the end of the day, it's going to be an absolutely beautiful Monday. And that sticks around for the rest of the week. So that's how things are shaping up. And if you're heading to the beach, the winds will be out of the north and then shift around to the northeast, 15 knots, seas 2 to 3 feet with a moderate chop. Temperature a little bit cooler behind the front, but not too much. 72 for temperatures at the beach. And tonight we've got those showers lingering, the possibility of that occasional thunderstorm as well. 62 for the overnight low. And then what we're looking at over the next several days is that those temperatures will stay mostly in the mid 70s Monday and Tuesday. We're expecting to see some morning fog each and every day through Wednesday. And then on Thursday, we start to see a little bit of an opportunity for rain. The first time for the work week will be on Thursday with just a 20% chance. And you'll notice too that we start to see temperatures in the 80s on Wednesday and Thursday. And then rain will be back in our forecast just in time for next weekend. Adam.
Now, sports.
Well, the Lightning have just one more stop on their 4-game tour through Canada after playing in Vancouver last night. First minute of that game, Anton Strawman's wrister from the blue line deflected in by Chris Kunitz. Early 1-0 lead for the Bolts. Take another look at that right there. And minutes later in the same period, Victor Hedman goes 5-hole. And the Lightning take a 2-0 lead in the first 6 minutes of this game. Watch Hedman find a little crease right there. The Bolts charging in the second period. Same score. Yanni Gourde lights the lamp on this give and go with Mikhail Sergachev. Andrei Vasilevsky notching 31 saves on Saturday as the Bolts beat Vancouver 4-2. And in the Super Bowl, if you're watching us instead of the Super Bowl by a slim chance, here's your score. The Philadelphia Eagles up 3-0 early, but the Patriots are driving in that game. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
Everyone likes the 2018 Honda Civic for $169 a month. You made Civic the best-selling compact car in America. You'll like Civic's 5-star safety ratings and that KBB.com named Civic a Best Buy and the most awarded car. Get the 2018 Civic at a payment you'll love. $169 a month today at your local Honda dealer.
Honda, I like it. Oh yeah, I like it. Let it rain.
On the next Black Almanac.
Black folks all across the nation have really had to fight to go to school. So it's so appropriate that this is a time of the year that we're stopping to pause and remembering people like Emma E. Booker, because all that we have today was not always what it is.
Sunday morning at 7:30 on ABC 7. Stay connected to your clients and new customers using ABC7 Digital Media Services. Our team of professionals provide a wide array of digital services to help you get the most out of your website. We specialize in building and helping you maintain the most effective digital solutions for your business. It's vital that your online presence stands out, so our experts will equip you with the best resources available. Trust ABC7 Digital Media Services to give you the right tools to grow your business.
I'm Anne. I'm a scientist.
Recycling takes a team.
Why don't you let me and me help you out?
Everyone plays a part. Don't trash
I love taking stuff apart and building new things out of it.
what could be treasure.
Pal's my most advanced android. This is awesome. You haven't seen anything yet.
Give your cardboard box another life. Recycle.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how we can help, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
Monday on ABC 7 News at 7.
We had to close our front gate, close our visitor center because the majority of the staff were furloughed during that time with the lapse in appropriations.
We are less than a week away from another possible government shutdown. How would the shutdown affect us here on the Suncoast? I'm Alan Cohn. There is never a shutdown at the trapezoid.
Monday on ABC 7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC 7 shows on your streaming device.
Well, not everyone is a sports fan, but almost everyone is a puppy fan. That's why Animal Planet's Puppy Bowl is so popular. They have 90 puppies competing in that game live right now. 48 different shelters participating this year. Those shelters including some from Mexico in an effort to help hurricane-ravaged areas, including right here in Florida, Texas, and Puerto Rico. The referee of tonight's game getting an assistant tonight. It's a sloth. And I don't know, can we see the sloth in there? Apparently there's a sloth in the mix.
A sloth playing football?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And a continuing effort to improve that puppy bowl out there.
They're just trying to get the interest of all. That's what it is.
I guess
That's
so.
right.
Mopping
Well, it's
up.
raining out there. I just have to let you know that it is raining out there, and we are expecting to see the rain for most of the rest of tonight. It's really going to be around 1 o'clock in the morning when we finally start seeing it coming to an end. And we've got strong winds out there as well. Nothing severe going on. We're expecting to see maybe half an inch of rain. That's going to be about it. But the showers are going to be with us for the rest of the night. Just be prepared as you're heading out the door. And watch these puppies. They're too cute.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.